Good morning, children. We are going to continue the class for the 5th standard science. So in the previous class about the organ system we saw. So what are the organs we saw? We saw the digestive tract, respiratory system and the circulatory system. Now we are going to see the excretory system. Now, the excretory systems, what is its function? It removes the waste products from the body. Now, it also regulates the water and electrolytic balance. Now, what does the excretory system do? It removes the waste from the body. Now, kidney, lungs, liver and skin together also function as an excretory organ. Now, what are the excretory system consist of? Following. First is kidneys. Then ureters and urinary bladder. So, what are the three processes? Kidneys, ureters and urinary bladder. Now, so this is a two kidneys, this is a ureter, this is a right kidney, left kidney, then this is a ureter, urinary bladder, and urethra. Now, the kidney filters blood to remove the waste and produce urine. So, what is the function of the kidney? It filters the blood and removes the waste as an urine. Now, the kidneys are a pair of dark and bean-shaped red organs. So, they are dark red bean-shaped organs that is placed behind the abdomen. Abdomen is a stomach, right? So, it is placed behind the abdomen. So, there is a pair of dark red bean-shaped organs that is placed behind the abdomen on either side of the vertebral column. And the adult's kidney measures about 12 centimeters in length. So, what is the measurement of kidney? 12 centimeters in length. Now, 6 centimeters in width and 3 centimeters in thickness. 3 centimeters in width and 3 centimeters in thickness. Then, right kidney, it is slightly lower than the left kidney. So, once again I tell you all, so right and left two kidneys are there. This right kidney is little lower than the left kidney. Each kidney is covered by a membrane called capsule. It's covered by a membrane called capsule. Yes, children. Then, the kidneys are made up of millions of excretory units called nephrons. So, what are the excretory units? So, there are many excretory units called nephrons. So, these are the nephrons, which are the structural and functional unit of the kidney. Structural and functional unit of kidney. So, the kidneys remove the waste and produce urine, and the kidneys are a pair of dark red bean shape placed behind the abdomen, and the adult's kidney measures about 12 centimeters in length. How many? 12 centimeters in length, that is 6 centimeters in width and 3 centimeters in the thickness. Now, right kidney is slightly lower than the left kidney. So, the kidneys are made up of millions of excretory units called the nephrons, and the structural and function and the unit of the kidney is nephrons. Next we will go to the ureter. So this is the ureter. Now two ureters, how many are there? Two, connecting the kidney. Now two ureters connect the kidneys with the urinary bladder. So connect the kidneys with the urinary bladder. Now urine formed from each kidney. So the urine is formed in each kidney, reaches the urinary bladder through the ureter. Okay. So urine formed in each kidney, where it reaches? It reaches the urinary bladder through this ureter. Now urinary bladder. So this is a urinary bladder which looks like a sac like this, a sac like in shape. What is the shape? Sac like in shape. So it acts as a temporary storage organ of urine. It's only a temporary or storage organ of urine. Now urine enters the urinary bladder. So I said it enters the urinary bladder through the ureter. Now it has reached the urinary bladder. Now from the ureter slowly fills the space inside this bladder. So slowly it fills the bladder and the urine is expelled, that is comes out from the body through the urethra. So it's a urinary bladder into sac-like shape. So the urine slowly fills the space. It comes through the ureter to the urinary bladder slowly and it comes out through the urethra. So this is about excretory system. Now we'll go to the nervous system. So did you understand, children? Next is nervous system. Now nervous system is an integration of nerves called the neurons. The human nervous system is divided into two. So nervous system is divided into two. First is central nervous system and peripheral nervous system. So the nervous system is divided into two. First is a central nervous system and the second is a peripheral nervous system. Now first we will see the central nervous system. Now the central nervous consists of brain, spinal cord and the nerves. This is the brain. So this is a brain, this is a cerebrum, this is a cerebellum, this is a brain stem, and from this nerves. So it is somatic nerves and autonomic nerves. There is a somatic and the autonomic nerves. Now, so central nervous system consists of the brain, spinal cord and the nerves. So first is the brain, second is the spinal cord and third is the nerves. Now, first we will see about the brain. Now we use our brain to think, read and write. So for what we use the brain? To think, read and write. Now the brain is covered by three membranes called meninges. So it's covered by three membranes called meninges. So brain is covered by three membranes called the meninges. Now they are dura mater, arachnoid membrane and the pia mater. Now the brain is kept in a bony case called the cranium or skull. So brain is inside the skull. So brain is covered by a skull. Now it is made up of 8 immovable bones. How many bones? 8 immovable bones. So the brain is covered by a skull and there are 8 immovable bones. Now the brain is made up of millions of functional units called neurons. So functional units called neurons. So the brain is covered by 3 membranes called meninges, and it's covered by a skull and has 8 immovable bones, and the functional unit is a neurons. And the human brain is divided into 3 major parts. So this human brain is divided into 3 major parts, that is forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So forebrain, midbrain and hindbrain. So these are the 3 major parts of the human brain. Now first we'll go to the forebrain. Now forebrain is otherwise called as the cerebrum. So forebrain is otherwise called as a cerebrum. So this is the cerebrum. Okay. The forebrain consists of cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus. So this is a thalamus and hypothalamus. This is thalamus and hypothalamus. Now it is the largest part of the brain. So cerebrum is the largest part of the brain, and it is a center of human memory. So it is the center of the human memory. Now it is responsible for intelligence, imagination and reasoning. So it is important for the intelligence, imagination and reasoning. So what are the forebrain cerebrum? The forebrain consists of cerebrum, thalamus and hypothalamus. Then it's the largest part of the brain, and it is a center of the human memory and is responsible for intelligence, imagination and reasoning. Now next we will go to the midbrain. So midbrain is the cerebellum. So midbrain is the cerebellum. So this is the cerebellum. Now it lies behind, that is back. Okay, behind means at the back. It is located behind the cerebrum. Now it coordinates the movements of the muscles of the body. So it helps in the coordination of the movements of the muscles of the body. Now it helps to maintain the balance of the body also. So what does it do? It's maintain the balance of the body. So it's midbrain, cerebellum. It lies behind the cerebrum and helps in the movement of the muscles, and it maintains the balance of the body. Next we will go to the hindbrain. Hindbrain is medulla oblongata. What is called as medulla oblongata. Now the hindbrain comprises of pons and medulla oblongata. This is the pons. Pons and the medulla oblongata. It is also called as the brain stem. So medulla oblongata is otherwise called as the brain stem. So how will you call this? Medulla oblongata. Then it is called vital knot because it controls breathing, heartbeat and the involuntary muscles. It is called as a vital knot. So what is called as vital knot? Why? Because it controls breathing, heartbeat and the involuntary muscles, and it connects the brain to the spinal cord. So this is the spinal cord. So that's a connection between the brain and the spinal cord. Next is a spinal cord. This is a spinal cord. It's a long tube-like structure which extends from the brain with the backbone of our body. So it's a long tube-like structure which connects the backbone of our body. Now, so brain needs a continuous supply of oxygen for better functioning. So the better functioning of a brain, there should be a continuous supply of oxygen. Then the brain loses ability to function when it does not get oxygen for more than 4 minutes. If you don't get the oxygen for 4 minutes, the functioning of the brain loses the ability. Then enough sleep and healthy food increase the efficiency of our brain. Next is so we have finished the central nervous system. Now we are going to go to the peripheral nervous system. The peripheral nervous system consists of nerves extending from the spinal cord to all parts of the body. That is, from the spinal cord to all parts of the body. Now it's made up of two parts, somatic and autonomic nervous system. That's called as a somatic and autonomous nervous system. Now somatic nervous system carries sensation from the organs to the brain. From where? From the organs to the brain, and take messages. So what do? They take the messages from the brain to the organs for the movement.